It's so funny, whenever we go to a social engagement, my wife, the first thing she says to me is, do not talk about AI. And this is great. I get to talk about AI. Removing blockers, is that an Amazonian term? Does anybody know what that, I know it's an Amazonian term, but do other people say that? Okay, well, we're gonna remove some blockers today. I just wanna click those buttons, but I don't know Keynote that well, so we're gonna remove them metaphorically. Anyway, in the non-expert competition that we've been after here, I am a baby. I'm a AI toddler, 2.5 years experience. Let's see if I can match. I'll take my glasses off. Anyway, I'm the, there. Thank you for that. I've only been, playing around with AI 2.5 years. That's nothing. There's actually experts here, but I don't feel like an expert. So this should set the bar very low for anyone here that's like not started messing around with stuff. Let's start. And we're gonna take a look at some blockers that might have got you to maybe not do things. And we're gonna try and get you to do things. So Amazon is, like Noah said, a little company in Seattle. We're known for our speed and our frictionless shopping experiences. And AI, though, has a lot of frictions. This is a pop-up that we get. If anybody has a company that has kind of any corporate security, legal department, you might know these type of pop-ups that come up whenever you try and go to like a fun website that has cool AI tools. And these are not saying don't go to it. They're just like, hey, here, read all of the things about AI that you might not want to do. And it's a little intimidating. So we're gonna take a look at some things today. Amazon has a leadership principle that we call learn and be curious. And so we're all gonna learn and be curious, and we're gonna take these blockers on and we'll try and remove them for you with some experimentation. Okay, blocker number 1, AI isn't approved by legal. I'm sure people have run into this blocker before, and I'm a creative and I'm starting with legal, and this is a very important blocker to get past. So what we did was we tried to find out what is approved. And in July 2022, we contacted our legal department and said, hey, we want to make some AI ads. And so as exciting as it is for creatives to be first at something, it's not that exciting for legal departments to be first at something, especially when you're exposed. Like, I was shocked at how many different ways we could potentially be sued when we have, like, we own a movie studio, we own Amazon Music. They're like, we are exposed everywhere. So they were very cautious, but they gave us, this was DALL-E. This was what we were trying to get out and use because we were very excited that you could show characters with boxes, because we like to show people with boxes. So legal said to us, they gave us some ground rules. They said, no use in paid media, it's got to be easy to take down, no use in big campaigns, and no human likenesses. And this was kind of like a creative brief. We treated it like a creative brief. So it was organic social, Instagram stories, evergreen posts, and as you just saw on the last slide, we like characters. We like characters with boxes. So we were off to the races. And this is going to be the biggest letdown of creative presentation for you. It's a Yeti with a surfboard. This was the first AI ad that at least I made, and maybe anybody customer facing for Amazon, we don't really know. It's a very big company. But customers would comment on our Instagram story, and we would generate what the characters had. Later, we did it with a better model when they got better with things, and we did kind of a Halloween thing where you guessed what the characters ordered on Amazon. And this is a sandwich, very funny. I thought that the dinner table ghost was pretty funny. But the point is not about these ads. The point was that we had established a relationship with legal, and any creatives in the audience, it makes you sound so legit when you have established a relationship with legal. Like, I never in my life have I been like, oh, let me talk to legal about that. That makes you sound so legit. And this is legal and our creative department at the county fair, obviously. Look at the hands. I always leave the mistake. It's like toe hands. Anyway, so now you've got, whoops. Okay, I'm gonna have a little audience participation here. Will you guys make a buzzer noise when I go to the next one? So you've got your legal team, and now you're ready to make some AI campaigns or assignments, AI assignments. Oh, dang it, I skipped it. Shoot, it's like, okay, AI, there we go. AI isn't part of the assignment. So if you're sitting around waiting for somebody to give you a brief for AI, it's not gonna happen. So what we did was we made our own assignment. In 2023, we had a AI summit for our whole group. We hired Noah Breyer, you may have heard of him, to put it on. That's where we met. 5 stars, would recommend. Our leadership said we signed the department up for a 5K so that we would start training. This is obviously Don Draper running a 5K. I spent a lot of time trying to get a headband on Don, and like Midjourney wouldn't do it. It would not put a headband on Don Draper's hair. It was like not going to mess up his hair. But after the summit, and this is what everybody can do. I mean, you can all hire Noah to put on a summit, but everybody can make a monthly AI mini summit. You just have to email like 300 people in your department and set a meeting to show people what's new in AI. We called ours Lab C, which is Learn and Be Curious, the Amazon leadership principle. If there's anything Amazon likes more than leadership principles, it's acronyms. Speaking of acronyms, XCM is the organization that I work in. Anyway, these are keyframes from some of our monthly meetings. We try and have a theme for the month where we do experiments. We try and make it all department. We have people from media talk. We have people talk about summarizing meeting notes, doing interviews. I'm trying to have it be very cross-departmental, if that's a word. And there's always way too much to cover. If you look at this list this was a table of contents from a past one. We cut most things for time. We cut like 3 things for time every month. So you can do this. You can just put on a meeting, and that meeting becomes the assignment. Like when you know something's coming up and you look at what new tools have come out, a character reference tool had just come out with Midjourney, and we wanted to demonstrate to people, oh, hey, here's how you can get consistent characters from generation to generation. And so we put together this thing, and it's a great it's like buying media. Once you've bought media, you need creative to run on the media. So it's like our monthly media schedule. And one thing we always do that keeps the bar low is we leave in the failures, because it sets expectations. Because if everybody sees really good things, they will think that it's perfect, and it's not perfect. And speaking of it not being perfect, when you want to go and make AI videos, which is what everybody kind of wants to make, you get a blocker. Yeah, AI video isn't up to par. Like everybody loves to show the AI like kind of fail videos. But this is like the easiest thing to solve for. You can just make a bad video. It's actually really fun. When we had our first AI summit, we opened the summit with, we just made a terrible Amazon commercial. We leaned into it, and actually you try, it gets really tricky to make a really bad commercial. And it sets the expectation of like, oh, we're all going to be replaced by robots really low. This actually has a great deepfake Jeff Bezos voiceover that I will not be sharing because I would like to keep working at Amazon. But the tools keep getting better, and so you keep testing them, and you go to these, Lab C meetings, and you try and show people what's up, and yeah, you keep learning stuff, and it starts to get really good, and you start to learn how to make things good when you keep trying and you keep playing with these tools. We have, one of the best ways to do AI video is do image to video, and we just have a bucket of images that we're just waiting until it's funny, some of the ones that I generated for this, the truck just goes like screaming off into the sky and like dirt flies up. One of these days it'll work, and we have a bucket of images ready when it does. Oops. Yeah, another blocker. Thank you guys for trying. It's my timing that's breaking it. So you want, all the things I've shown so far have 0 ROI. Amazon likes ROI. So that, you're wondering what can we do that actually like helps us with our job? And the thing that you run into is that AI can't do the whole job, but have AI do half. There's like a lot of value in that. I'll show one example, but there's value in just having it tee things up. So, people call us the everything store, and when you are the everything store, you need the headlines for everything and everywhere. And I'm talking like hundreds of headlines, thousands, I don't know, but there's thousands of media placements for the headlines. So we need a lot of headlines. And I have a background as a copywriter, and I have a little, I don't know if it's chip on my shoulder, but I'm very familiar with people thinking little lines are simple. And like, when you see that the AI video doesn't work, maybe you think, oh, we could just write some little lines, like little headlines. But then you go to like, ChatGPT or Claude or anything, and they're terrible. And you're like, oh my God, we still have hundreds of headlines to write. So we were trying to figure out, is there any way that we could, solve for some of the copywriting solutions that we need? So copywriters do have a tool at their disposal, and it's a thesaurus, and they are terrible. I had somebody tell me once a thesaurus is almost helpful, and it's like, and if I just think back on my on my copywriting career, I can remember the moments that I like tried to look in a thesaurus, and it's like, I already thought of that. It's terrible, and I'd look at my art director with their big monitors and their Photoshop, and I'd just like look back at my blank canvas and be sad. So we just tried to beat the thesaurus. Can we do a better thesaurus? Six-fingered God gave us, this might be Noah's hand, maybe Noah's six-fingered God, gave us a shot at this. Quick pause to talk about legal. Legal is a through line through this whole presentation. I have 7 minutes left. I can tell you about this. There was a monkey selfie case where a monkey took a selfie. The photographer set up a camera, and the monkey took a selfie. And PETA said that the monkey owned the copyright to the selfie. And a court ruled that no, only humans can own copyrights. So legal actually, a lot of this law applies to AI creation, and legal said that but I'm a legal like baby. I'm not a legal toddler. I'm like, but legal prefers a monkey with a thesaurus to a monkey with a keyboard. Anyway, so that was a long way to say, here's our better thesaurus. We call it CopySaw. You can feel the years of pent-up frustration of not having anything better than a thesaurus in this image. We're branding people. CopySaw stands for copy said another way. So we just try and throw lots and lots of headline options, things that might give people ideas at the copywriter. And as you can see at the bottom, the human rewrites all of it. We just try and get bad thoughts to the copywriter. There's a lot of proprietary stuff that we Greeked in here, but you try to get all these ideas to the copywriter, and that actually turns out to be really helpful. Airtable talked recently. We built this whole thing in Airtable. We built the prototype because Airtable can chain prompts. It passes Amazon's security. No blockers there. And then it gives us access to Bedrock models, which shout out Amazon. Thank you. Anyway, that joke was different in my head. So these are some of the results. They worked. No, Noah's favorite, and I left it in here, was no grocery store pants required. I don't know. But it's worked well enough that our campaign team was like, can we actually use this for real? And we had the Q4 headlines coming up. This was just in prototype. We didn't know, but we tried to build the plane while we were flying it. And we got over 400 approved headlines for Q4. So this was hey, ROI, everybody. So maybe it could, yeah, hold on. I'll get the buzzer on the last one here. Okay, maybe AI could write our, our customer stories, our brand commercials, things like that. AI content feels fake. If that's a blocker, what if we could use AI to uncover real human stories? Amazon likes telling human stories. Amazon also has the largest database in the world of humans talking about buying things, and checked with legal, and we own every Amazon review that we have on our website, which is amazing. If you've ever seen these on Reddit, there's a Reddit community that has like 150,000 people that follow it, that they just want to see creative Amazon reviews. So, the problem is we have these great Amazon reviews that talk about like a beach ball run amok on the on the beach, terrorizing families. But when you're like a creative going through these reviews, you see 1,000 reviews that just say big, which is very helpful if you're buying big beach balls. But like, this is not the story and brand content that we're looking for. So we wondered, could you use AI to sift through some of these and just at least, not solve the content problem, but just tee up our creatives with kind of not big, not just one word product summaries. And so we had this prompt that was tell a story about, or find stories about an ordinary purchase that turned into an extraordinary moment. And that ended up being a really good description of what we were looking for. We also create a rating system where like reviews that had great metaphors or descriptive language or very passionate stories got a higher creative score than other ones. And it actually worked. We got all these reviews that weren't on Reddit. The banana slicer, we put that in and it found so many because there's a million reviews for banana slicer. But other ones, like we actually got reviews for products that like we wanted to sell, which is great because you can only, there's these great reviews about sugar-free gummy bears, but like nobody wants to buy the sugar-free gummy bears. But this is like an Ember mug. It's like a great thing that you can buy on Amazon. And we found this awesome review here. So now we've got content, now we've got creative ideas written by real humans, and we can give those to human performances. We can make them the exact same way that we used to. And so I've got a video to show you with real humans, real human stories. All we did was use AI to find it.
Real Amazon customer reviews, performed by a real serious actor.
Welcome to the next level of life.
You thought you were living? Nope. You were just existing. This mug introduces you to a world of possibility. Do anything your heart desires. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Why? Because when you come back, your coffee is there waiting for you. And guess what? It's perfect. Thank you. You are the silver lining in this existence. You have shown me color in a bleak, gray-toned world. 5 stars. David C.
It doesn't feel like an AI ad, and it's not. It's a human story. But we found so much content that when we were making those, he shot 21 different. They maxed out his contract on shooting things, and we made 16 spots out of that, and it was all written by customers. So let me see. How do I go to the next? Okay. Yeah. Here's some of the other ones. You can find them on the internet. It was amazing. And we can do anything we want with that content. And so, I don't know what your Amazon reviews are. What's the content that you have that AI can help you bring to the light, but that was ours. So wrapping up the blockers, AI isn't approved by legal. Find out what is approved. AI isn't part of the assignment. Make your own assignment. AI video isn't up to par. Just make bad video. AI can't do the whole job. Have AI do half. And AI content feels fake. Use AI to uncover human stories. May all your pop-ups be green. Thank you so much.